Blackface or game day face paint? That's what's being debated on social media after a sports reporter for Deadspin posted this photo showing the side profile of a young Kansas City Chiefs fan with his face painted black. Deadspin's headline read, "The NFL needs to speak out against the Kansas City Chiefs fan in blackface and native headdress." The reporter, Karen Phillips, said on social media, the Kansas City Chiefs fan found a way to hate black people and Native Americans at the same time.
All right, y'all. So this is something I saw like a day or two ago, and I didn't really want to talk about it because I try to stay out of this type of political stupid stuff that people try to put out there, because I think it's very stupid in this generation how sensitive people are. Now, I hate to actually make this type of video too because he has a history of this. I looked down on his Twitter page. He has a big history of calling people racist and throwing around really big, bold, racist and other type of statements similar to this, you know, possibly for clicks and views, which is how he's making money. So I hate to do this and to give him, you know, even more of a platform to even mention his name. But in a way, it is fitting the fact that his name is Karen. I think a lot of people are in a way afraid to talk about this type of stuff in fear of being canceled or in fear of, you know, mass hate. But to be honest, I'm going to speak my mind like I always do, and I don't really care because this is my channel and this is my personal opinion. Of course, with him only posting half of this kid's face, you know, trying to paint it as something as a racist thing, like a blackface thing, of course, he got a lot of backlash for it. And he doubled down saying, "For the idiots in my mentions who are treating this as some harmless act because the other side of his face is painted red, I could make the argument that it makes it even worse. Y'all are the ones who hate Mexicans but wear sombreros on Cinco." So I could see that another news report put out that the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians, I'm hoping I'm saying that right, does not endorse wearing regalia as part of a costume or participating in any other type of cultural appropriation. And that comes from the chairman for the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians, Kenneth Kahn. But here's the funny thing, because this idiot reporter, or so-called reporter, quote unquote, does this whole thing about this kid not knowing that his grandfather and father are reportedly affiliated with the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians. It's kind of interesting that the people who are quick to throw around the race card and throw around racism and things like that are the ones that judge people based on the way that they look. They see that this kid is of lighter skin complexion and automatically assumes, okay, well, you aren't affiliated with African Americans, nor are you affiliated with Indians. And he just makes a stupid report not knowing anything of what he is talking about. Slandering a child for views, clicks, and money. It's a sad world, bro, and you're a sad ass person. And here's the thing, the people that are claiming, oh, this is cultural appropriation. All right, let's look up what the meaning of cultural appropriation is, since a lot of people have forgotten, or people like to mix up what these phrases and words actually mean, because definitions, I'm sorry, they do matter and they are very important. So cultural appropriation means using a racial, religious, and social group's customary beliefs, social forms, and material traits without authority or right. Well, that immediately gets thrown out the window because, as we learned, his family is associated with this band of Chumash Indians. Also, if we want to go take it even further, it takes those cultural identities and pretending they are part of your background. Pretending they are a part of your background. I'm sorry, but as we just learned, it is a part of this kid's background. And let's take it even further. Say he was some regular Caucasian little kid. So what? He's got black face paint on his face. I absolutely hate when people try to make it a race thing. All right, so the NFL should ban all eye black. No one is allowed to wear eye black anymore. All your athletes that put it under their eyes or on their eyes or all over their face, as we see players doing now, you're not allowed to do that anymore. Let's ban it all. If that is blackface, as a matter of fact, if you're a Raiders fan, you can't even wear silver on your face anymore because you're not the Silver Surfer. So you're not allowed to wear it on your face no more. You know, as someone who comes from a very mixed, very blended family, I have people in my family from all different cultures and all different colors and skin complexions. We do not care. We do not care. I do have Mexican family members who, if some Caucasian person was wearing a sombrero and carrying around maracas and all that stuff, they do not care. They actually like it. If you go up to these people and you actually ask them, they like it. It's spreading their culture. At the end of the day, we are all doing some way, shape, or form of cultural appropriation. Look, you can even trace back the origins of dreadlocks back in ancient cultures from all around the world. Are we going to sit here and claim dreadlocks are ours and only ours and no one else can have dreadlocks either? Culture isn't meant for a specific type of person or a specific type of looking person. Culture is meant to be shared for everybody. Why do we travel? Why do we go to different countries? Why do we go to other far, very, very far places? Why do we pay a ton of money, thousands of dollars to go to these places, tens of thousands of dollars in some cases? Well, it's to experience those cultures. Now imagine if everyone thought like this and said, nope, you're not allowed to travel anymore because that's cultural appropriation. You're not allowed to experience other cultures. You got to stay where you're from no matter what. And you can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. You can't change your look. You can't change your style. You can't wear costumes anymore. You can't have fun anymore. You can't do nothing because it's all just cultural appropriation. You got to stay exactly where you are and look exactly the way you look, and you can't change anything. This is the sad, sad world we live in now. But I genuinely find it absolutely hilarious, the fact that, someone like this who's quickly to pull the race card, is the first one to bring up anything that has to deal with race or color when it's literally just a kid supporting his favorite sports team. But let's bring it back again. Say his family wasn't affiliated with the band of Chumash Indians. If he wears the headdress, why does anybody care? When I was a little kid, I loved the Ninja Turtles. I dressed up as a Ninja Turtle as a costume for Halloween. I'm not a turtle. That's cool. What am I culturally appropriating turtles now? Is that how far we're gonna go? You're not allowed to dress up as any type of animal or anything because, that's their cultural appropriation? You're gonna offend the freaking turtle for wearing a shell on your back and painting your body green? And for those of you that are saying, yo, that's an animal, that's not a person. All right, cool. Well, then we should cancel all the schools because when I was a little kid, you know what I'm saying? Around Thanksgiving time, we used to dress up as Indians and pilgrims. So why don't we cancel the schools also? Since kids aren't allowed to have fun and dress up anymore to express their love and appreciation for world history. At the end of the day, like I said, culture is meant to be spread, shared, and enjoyed by all. So I find it very weird the fact that this reporter isn't affiliated with this group, but is offended for them. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I really hope this family can sue the absolute crap out of this reporter for this because this is predatory and it's disgusting. Trying to use this 9-year-old kid for your financial gain. But I'm curious to see what all of y'all think about this whole situation in the comments down below. It's been a few days now since this whole story broke out. So, it's made its rounds. And so I'm a little bit late to the party. But, I wasn't going to initially talk about this. But I felt like I just couldn't hold it back. And I felt like I should, just being a sports fan, a big time sports fan myself, and playing sports my entire life. But as always, I thank you all so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.